Good afternoon, everybody. For the majority of you, this is probably the first time that you have ever seen me speak or have ever seen my face. So now you can put a face to the name of Kids Yoga Therapy unless you have been to one of my workshops. And I guess that's really the main purpose of this video, is to, give you a sense of the person that I am and really share with you the vision for Kids Yoga Therapy and why it was created. So for me, the vision for Kids Yoga Therapy really has been the same since the beginning, and it's really been to completely revolutionise the service options for children with special needs and those that have experienced trauma. So when I say trauma, I've predominantly worked with foster children, so those that have experienced really quite complex trauma. So that results in a lot of psychological trauma and a lot of brain development issues, which therefore leads onto other issues. And so for me, whilst working within foster care, I couldn't help but notice there was a really big gap in the service options we were providing. You know, we're working from a health model and a medical model that is suggesting a top-down approach most of the time. So these are therapies that are talk-based therapies, or ones that really want to engage the cognitive capacity of these children. And when you've experienced trauma, this is not really a great approach. If you know anything about brain development, our prefrontal cortex, where our language center is, where we develop our ability to put language to our experiences, this is not developing until around the age of 6 possibly, and when this is delayed, then it's further down the line. So this was never really a good option for these children, and I was seeing this within them. You know, the behaviours were still the same, the feelings and the sensations were still the same, and for me that just wasn't good enough. So when I started doing my research into yoga therapy and meditation, I started reading a lot of research and discovering that there's really a big piece of the puzzle that we've been missing. So, you know, we started developing art therapy and play therapy, which are absolutely wonderful modalities to use with children. They're much more child focused. However, the one piece of the puzzle that was still not being identified was the body. So it doesn't matter what experience we've had or what emotional sensation we have felt during our lifetime, it is also stored in our body. It's not only stored in our mind. And when we've got disturbed development, or when we've experienced neglect or abuse, or we have certain special needs, then this is more so the case for our body and the severe sensations that these children are feeling. So I decided to start Kids Yoga Therapy. And what that looks like for this service is working one-on-one within the home with children and their families. It also means working with organisations, so NGOs and also government organisations, where the groups of children can come together and share their experiences, but also heal and have fun together. It also means working within schools. It also means working one-on-one with parents as well, and providing some really helpful coaching with them. Because quite often I found that parents are also feeling just as lost and confused and emotionally harmed as the children. You know, this is obviously for parents and not carers. So for me, this was an important road to go down, and it's one which the benefits are already starting to present themselves. There's children that are now able to choose to breathe instead of getting into a fight with a child at school. There's children that are now being able to understand that maybe they're not hungry, they're actually feeling anxious, and being able to determine the difference between those two sensations. So when we're considering treatment options for children, we really need to be going from the bottom up, and that's what yoga therapy and meditation can provide. Top-down approaches are beneficial. However, when we don't have the full engagement of our prefrontal cortex, it's really a waste of time in some aspects, especially when we've got children that are not able to put that language to their experiences anyway. So that's essentially why Kids Yoga Therapy is here. It's here to support you as the parent or the carer. It's here to support children. It's here to give you the strategies and the tools that you need to start healing those minds and those bodies, and start approaching these bodies with curiosity instead of fear. That's the benefit of yoga and meditation. So if you feel like this is of interest to you, you want to learn more, I will be holding another workshop on the 28th, which is a Saturday, and I know a lot of you have requested it for it to be a Saturday, so I hope that most of you can come. I'll also be speaking at the National Foster Carer Conference in September. That'll be held in the Gold Coast. And if you are a foster carer and you want more details, feel free to get in contact with me or jump on the FCQ website and find out a bit more. But in any case, if you have any challenges or questions, then pop them in the Facebook group, because I really need to know what your needs are, because I want to serve you best. So I hope this has given you a bit of an insight into the person behind Kids Yoga Therapy, and I really look forward to engaging with you a whole lot more. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.